you're not taught as part of any teach and learn at school or even at work or anything else what to do when you're diagnosed with cancer. It's not a course you go through for that. So I thought, well, how do I cope with this? And I thought the only way I can cope is by doing thinking back, what did I do before? And before I was diagnosed in August 2017 is when I got confirmed that I had lung cancer. I originally started with symptoms in my head, actually, rather than my chest and my lungs. I started to get some strange headaches and feeling a bit dizzy, a bit off balance. I likened it to starting off like having 2 gins. It gradually got worse to about 10 gins. I thought it was bad hay fever. It eventually got to the point where I had the balance issues permanently. Unfortunately, that was the day before I travelled to Florida. By the time I got back to home, I was feeling pretty bad, so started going to my doctor then. So gradually got referred to a more specialist in terms of an ENT person was at the time, who ordered a scan. And by the time the scan results were out, I was really struggling. I couldn't really walk, and I was identified that as part of that scan I had a brain tumour right in the centre of my brain, which was a massive shock to me. The day after I got told about a brain tumour, I got told it was caused by lung cancer, basically a primary tumour in my lung. So double whammy of bad news 2 days in a row, and probably the worst 2 days of my life so far. So I started treatment around about the middle of October 2017. It's a drug called alectinib, which is a targeted therapy, or TKI. I can't remember what the K&I stands for. But it's targeted therapy. It was a new type of drug. I had pretty good results with that initially. My tumours both shrank quite considerably, around about 70% in my first scan, which was roughly 9 weeks after I started the drug. By that point, I was feeling a lot better as well. I certainly wasn't back to full fitness and full health, but I certainly felt a lot better than I was when I was diagnosed. The next scan I got, which was 3 months later, my tumours hadn't shrunk any more than that, so I felt a bit disappointed. But after a good chat with my oncologist, he explained that the key thing is you've no new tumours and you've no growth in the tumours that you've got. So I settled on that, and the line we use in Facebook group I'm on is stable is good. So any scan you get is stable means you're not getting any worse. Tumours you've got are under control. I then got some radiotherapy, some targeted radiotherapy in lung, which in itself wasn't too bad an experience. The worst bit is the mass, which I got around about 4 or 5 months ago. Got lobectomy, which is the removal of one of the lobes in my left lung. I've now got the first scan I've had in a few years with no active cancer in me. I've no evidence of any disease. I wouldn't say life is fully back to normal in terms of after the surgery or before my diagnosis as well. I've made some lifestyle changes. I've given up alcohol, which I shed a tear over at the time. I eat a bit healthier as well. Back out cycling. I cycled 20 miles at the weekend in one go. That was my target for this month. My target for next month is cycle 30 miles in one go. The positive, I think, is made me really look to maximise the use of time. Use of my time. And the time's much more valuable than I probably felt before. The drug that I'm on, the TKI that I'm on, doesn't last forever though. The cancer mutates. It will mutate around the drug and will progress at some point. So my aim is, my target is to enjoy life between now and then as much as I can, and also hopefully live long enough that there are new and better treatments available that I can move on to that will give me that a bit longer. And ideally, one of these treatments is to either a cure or the ability to treat it as a long-term chronic condition.